So what? Why do you want to participate in these working groups? It's because, well, you'll hear.
Yeah. So basically, there is a journal, academic journal, sort of related to what Tom was talking about, called Digital Threats Research and Practice. Lee talked about this a lot last year. It's now up and running. The first issue is due out in a month or so. One important thing, outcome of the working groups can and should be papers. Those can be white papers, but I think they also could be well served to be sort of shared with the sort of audience that is between both research and practice, and I think that the DTRAP journal is a good place for that. So DTRAP acm.org or .org, whatever. It's an ACM journal. If anyone feels like they don't have the time or comfort with English to polish something up to submit it to something like that, talk to me or talk to the editors. And one of the things that we've been doing is actually connecting practitioners with researchers who are comfortable sort of explaining and translating that sort of stuff. So if anyone would want help with that, get in touch. If anyone wants to write a shorter paper or a blog post, get in touch, like those sorts of things. So just sort of raising and reminding everyone that one of the good outcomes for the working groups is stuff that is shareable and publishable, and one place to sort of amplify that is this DTRAP journal. I think that was all. Any questions, let me know, but otherwise I'll kick it back to Sounil.
Thanks, Jonathan. I'm going to step away for a while Joel runs the working group piece. I wanted to give you, though, a quick perspective of what we're asking the working groups to do. So, as Jonathan mentioned, the output is a paper, okay? Something that can be published. And last year, I'm just going to pick the one that we happened to work through last year for a topic that... Oh, yes. Yes, so thanks. So last year, I presented something on the DI resiliency framework. And what happened as a part of the working group is we fired up a document and we started writing. And here's the thing that I think, when we did this with Adam Shostak's near misses, I think there was a light bulb moment that happened when we got to this part right here and we started putting contributor names. These are your names, okay? This is just an opportunity for you to contribute in a way that's meaningful and to have recognition that you are contributing to something that's going to be a way to move the ball forward in this community. So I think that's powerful for you to be able to see your own name show up on these documents that we hope will eventually get published, whether it's in DTRAP or some other journal. But the opportunity here is for you guys to engage in producing something that goes beyond just the talk that we have in this conference into something that's more meaningful and that will last longer. And so that's what I'm encouraging you guys to do. I think to be able to do that by looking at the CFP list, it's kind of small, but just hit the thumbs up. We'd like to have at least 3 people for each working group so that you have a robust discussion. I think we have several groups that have a minimum of 3. If you include the author, okay, if you include the speaker, then I think we have a few with at least 3. But there's also other talks that we heard where there's an opportunity to form a working group around that particular topic. So we're going to take a break very shortly. But in between, before we launch into the working group sessions, which I'm going to ask Joel to facilitate and lead, look at what sessions you can join. Okay, propose one if you feel like there's something that we missed that it's not captured currently in the CFP list, and contribute. That's what this is all about.
So I want to add one more perspective here as to what we're trying to achieve. So we looked, for example, to create information for people. where the information is lacking. So we're recording the ops track, right, for information that's been closed in trust groups and not really shared. We've been looking to create a filter for people to come in, and we can bring them into trust groups through this public conference. We've been looking to create a place where defensive talks can be there. The one thing we didn't achieve is, we're also looking to create a place where we could talk about frameworking and pushing Dart into science and all of that, and we've done that. The one thing we didn't achieve is the continuation of that. And this year, we have the energy. Both Sounil and I are fun-employed, looking for our next gig, so we have a couple of months to do this. And how many people here, I would have thought most people, but yesterday I talked to a few people who didn't, heard of or read or were there or in retrospect heard of the Orange series, the Rainbow series, the Orange book. How many people here know about that? All right, not many. That's in the 70s, I believe, where the NSA came up with a few books saying this is what security is. The Orange book, that one book, created our industry. Nearly nothing that happens today, that is being taught today, in the knowledge base today, didn't come from the Orange book in some fashion. And it's time to push the art and the science forward and maybe release Blue Books series. Maybe just create something that will help us do better. So this is what we're going to do, and this is going to get published, and we're going to push this industry forward to do much more than we do today. So please, not only what you're interested in, if you have something you know absolutely nothing about and want to learn about it, join a group on it. Participate. Let's make this happen. Let's release some RFC equivalents for security. Let's do this.
We'll break until 3:30, and when we reconvene, we'll kick off the working groups, okay? Thanks.